Want to hear a riddle? How much setting spray is too much setting spray? Answer: the limit does not exist.
I've been loving everything you are. Your eyes alone are the brightest.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Megan Victoria. If you're new, I would love it if you subscribed, came hang out with us, all that good stuff. But today we are going to be taking a look at the Born This Way collection from Urban Decay. So let's open this bad boy up and we'll see all the fun things. So where'd the lipstick go? I tried to be prepared. There it is. Alright, so in this lovely box we have the Born This Way eyeshadow palette, we have 3 lipsticks, and we have 3 eyeliners, and we have the setting spray. So we're going to be using all this good stuff today, obviously, for this look. I do want to chat about the palette really quickly. So it's gorgeous, it's really pretty, it looks amazing. Not much more I can say. Urban Decay did send this to me. I was not needed to review it, or I didn't have to, I just kind of decided I wanted to take a look at the collection and play with the things and show you guys. So that's where we are. The palette is $59, the lipsticks are $22, and the eye pencils are $25 each. So that's just a little bit of information for you guys. But with all that said, I don't want to talk anymore. Let's get into this look and I will show you how we get this gorgeous glam, kind of vampy look. I'm almost kind of getting fall vibes. I'm like, is it too early for fall tutorials? I don't know, I love fall, so. Okay, we're rambling. If you'd like to see how we get this gorgeous look, then please keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started. The very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our eyelids basically blocked out. So just a lot of concealer, a lot of base. So let's do that. I'm gonna be using the ColourPop Concealer. Alright, so when your eyes are nice and blocked out, I'm just gonna take some RCMA powder and just dust that right on top. Alright, so now for the fun part, we are going to go into our Born This Way eyeshadow palette. The packaging is just so freaking cute. And the first shade we're going to take for a nice transition is the shade Weekender. So it's a nice taupey, just very neutral, light transition shade. And I just want to get something happening in the crease right off the bat. So we'll just take a little bit of that and then apply that right in the crease. And this shade is just a tiny bit darker than my skin tone, so it's really just going to give us a nice transition. So all of our neck shadows will blend into this super seamlessly. Alright, so the next shade we're going to go into is the shade Rift, and we're going to, just Rift, not Rift. And we're going to grab it on the same eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit of this though, and I'm going to more focus this a little bit lower than Weekender, just to kind of build up our crease. So now we're going to go in with the same shade, but I'm just going to take a little bit of a smaller brush, and I just want to be able to kind of concentrate the color a little bit more in the crease and less that whole transition area, but just a little bit more of a focus placement. Now we're going to take this nice cool dark brown shade called Good As Gone, and this is going to be where we make a jump in the depth. And we're going to apply this to the crease. When you use a dark shadow, really hold your brush back, tap off all your excess, then we can lay that down. And we're just going to really carve out that crease. Perfect, and it may be a little messy, but don't worry about it. So we're going to take our brush, small again, go into the Rift, and then I'm going to just, I'll show you. We'll just kind of do 2 taps in the Rift, 1, 2, and just kind of sandwich a little bit of Good As Gone, just so we have a little bit of something to blend it out, and it's not like you get an ashy look by blending a lighter shadow over top. And then once you've worked out the blend, just go into Riff on its own and go a little bit above just to blend that out into the work. Alright, so next, the brush actually kind of matters. In this step, use whatever you have, but this Sigma E45 is so great for this step. So see how it's really tapered at the top and it's really long? So I'm going to go in and I'm going to dip into this jet color. So it's a nice black, maybe a little bit as Good As Gone, because I just don't want a full-on black. It can just obviously look a little harsh pretty quickly. So I'm going to hold my brush really far back and I'm going to take this dark blacky brown mixture and run that into the crease. If you get nervous about blending shadows that maybe have a little bit too much contrast, a tip that I like to do, which I've been doing, is kind of using both shadows to kind of build my way till I get to, say, like adding the full black. So I'll maybe go like 2 parts brown, 1 part black, and then I kind of switch and deepen up the shade as I go. It's just a slower way to get to your final result. Alright, so we're just going to take our smaller brush that had the Good Is Gone shade and use that to just blend that darkness out. Like so, and then we'll take that original blending brush, blend it out. And kind of use the fact that you have residual eyeshadow on these brushes like to your advantage. Then we will just lastly go in with the giant brush that we used at the beginning just to really kind of sweep everything up and out. Alright, so let us add a brow bone highlight just to kind of brighten everything up, and it'll just like, it'll make it all feel like brighter again. So let's grab the shade Breakaway, this nice like champagne-y light. It's pretty champagne-y, it's pretty neutral in color actually. It's not too pink, not too gold, and we'll just pop that under the brow bone. Alright, so that is kind of our crease work done. Now is the carving of the eyes. Now, I never do cut creases, you guys know this, so it's a little strange for me, but we're going to do it. So, quick little tip is if you run the concealer right along your eyes and then kind of look up, it'll transfer and you can see exactly where you're supposed to cut it. So, I'm just going to cut my crease pretty quickly and I'll be right back. Alright, so once we have cut our crease, and I really kind of did like an exaggerated lid shape because I really wanted like a lot of like powing eyeshadow on my lids. So with that said, we are going to just set that again with some RCMA No Color powder just to make sure it doesn't move and it doesn't crease. It's an important part. Perfect. So now that that's all set, you can do a little finessing. So I may go into the Good Is Gone and Jet shade, just go back and forth. And I'm going to just use that really fine tip of the brush to kind of just re-carve out the crease, because my eye, the like crease shape really wanted to go high on me today, which is totally fine. But my crease is a lot lower than where I cut it. Like my natural crease, so it's a little bit of a trick of the eye to like raise the crease and give yourself more lid space. So because of that, I do just kind of need to like re-finesse the eyeshadow because it did get a little bit wiped away when I cut my crease. How many times did I say cut my crease? Okay, beautiful. So now is the fun part. So we have this really great crease look going on. Now I want to take a really tight, like small dense pencil brush. We're going to play with these like greeny bluey tones. I think they're going to make the most beautiful like spotlight eye. So the first color I think we'll take is the Wonderlust color, which is a beautiful emerald green. And we're going to kind of pat that on like the outer third and the inner third of the eye. So just press that on. I don't have to go all the way to the inner corner. You don't have to go all the way to the outer corner because we are going to be adding more depth there. But we just kind of want that rounded halo shape, and that's going to be created with our like mid-tone shade, which is this Wonderlust color. And we'll do the same on the other eye. And that light base of our concealer is also really going to give us a nice base, so the shadows can have like a nice pow moment. Gorgeous. Okay, so this color, Big Sky, oh my god, has been calling me. It is so pretty. It looks like just so minty and like, I want it on my face. I'm going to grab it with my finger and press that on. Ooh. Look how gorgeous. This is a shadow moment. Oh my god. Like, beautiful. And the other eye again. I love it because there's like obviously there's some contrast between the shadows, but it's not like night and day. It's just like a really, almost looks like it's just catching the light in the center of the eye, which is so beautiful. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit of Big Sky on a brush just to kind of fill in spots where my fingers may be a little too pudgy to get to. So beautiful. And all we've used is shimmers too, which is kind of cool. Like, we've still created so much dimension even if we are using shimmers that, you know, bounce back light. So I want to add just a little bit more dimension, just a little bit more. So we're going to go into the shade Radio, which is again a nice smoky blue. So we have like your minty smoke, and now we've got like your smoky smoke. Just going to pat that right on the outer corner and the inner corner, just to really round out our shape. So you have your most dimension on either side. Oh, that looks so beautiful, just the way it like rounds out the eye. Instead of a blending brush, I'm just kind of gonna push in the shadow and just kind of like pat them all together. I don't want to move them around too much. So for liner, we are going to use the IT Cosmetics Superhero Liquid Liner. Sounds like a good plan when it's summer and it's hot out. So So after I do my liner, I love to add a little bit more dimension to the eyes, and I find when you do the liner, you really can see the placement of everything. So I'm going to take that jet shade, so that's like the straight up black, and I'm just going to go like right on that outer corner, like just the tiniest bit, and kind of carve the crease, but also just shade that outer corner even further. I'll just kind of connect everything. So I'm going to curl my lashes, apply mascara, and then I'm going to be applying the new lashes from Storm Lashes. So these are in the style Spraklin, and then I will be right back to finish off the rest of the face. Alright, so I'm just going to like wipe away any fallout underneath the eyes, and then maybe even sharpen the liner. Alright, but that is basically the eyeshadow done. So now we're going to move on to the face. For the face, I'm going to try the ColourPop foundation again. As much as I'm like, not a good idea, I want to try it. It's a full coverage foundation, and because I don't have many full coverage foundations in my collection, I figured this is a pretty intense eye look. I think we can do some full coverage. So for that, I'm going to use way less than I used last time. Last time I felt like I used a ton. I think maybe also let's use a primer. So let's use the 4-in-1 Correcting Primer from Pure. I really like this primer. It gives a nice like sticky tacky base, all that deliciousness. Now I sound like Charlotte Tilbury. Alright, so apply that. Then we'll take, I'm really nervous. Maybe, okay, let's do like 2 pumps in the back of our hand and then place the foundation on the skin so we're not getting like so much, because I feel like I just used too much last time. Let's blend that in. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better right now currently. I can't say it's not looking textury because it's still looking a little textury, but it's nowhere as bad as it was before. You know when like a lot of people love a product and you like don't, and you're sitting there going, what did I do wrong? Like, a lot of people really like this foundation, so I'm like, I want to like it too. It's like the ColourPop Concealer. Oh my god, it really is. I hated it and then I loved it, so we'll see. I don't know, I'm still not loving this, but I think for this video, it's probably a good choice. Alright, so that was way less coverage than last time. Already, I think my skin actually looks a lot better. It's still not my favorite, like it's just not, but you know, it looks nice. So, let's take some Salmon Concealer because with all this darkness, we really need some brightening. So we'll just take our Salmon Concealer and apply that under the eyes. Beautiful. Then we are going to take our light 16. So usually I use light 20, but I do want that whole dramatic concealer look today. So we're going to go a little bit lighter. Still a nice yellow brightening undertone. We'll apply that all over the face. Guys, so we're back. So basically my camera kind of shut off. It happens, I don't know what else to say. So I just took that time to blend out my concealer, and then I did my eyebrows at the same time. Now before we set our concealer, I want a tiny bit more, so we're just going to use some IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I'm just going to apply that right under the eyes. I know I've said this a bunch, but I really love to layer my concealers. I love one that gives me like a lot of coverage, like the ColourPop. But then the IT Cosmetics just really bounces back the light and just gives you gorgeous under eye brightening. So that is why I kind of love to use both. Alright, so I'm not really huge for baking for my skin. So I'm just going to take some RCMA No Color Powder and just kind of tap that underneath the eyes. And we've just freshly kind of blended out our concealer, so this will go on nice and smooth. And then since you are here, you might as well just kind of take it around the center of the face. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to bring out the Anastasia contour kit. I haven't used that in so long, but like if we're full glam, we might as well. I really don't bring this palette out a lot, but we're going to just use a little bit of the contour shade. I kind of want like a good chisel. Like, you know, this is a pretty like intense look, so we might as well like go for it. So we're going to really chisel it out. Don't get scared yet. Just all blended, don't worry. And then we'll go around the forehead with whatever's left over. This is honestly such a good contour palette. Like, it's so fantastic. I just always go for like a bronzy contour, so I don't usually use it that much. But like when I do, it's like you can just shape your face. It's quite amazing. And it's also a drier formula, so it's not like slipping and sliding everywhere. It's like you place it and then you blend, and then it's like it's good. So I think that's all we're gonna do for that. So I'm gonna just get some bronzer. Okay, so now that we have our contour all over, we're gonna just kind of set it with some bronzer just to kind of warm it up. So I'm just gonna take my JLo bronzer and I take it on like a giant brush, tap off the excess, and then kind of just sweep this all over the face. And just really warm up the complexion. When you use these bluey greens, it actually looks amazing to have like a lot of like bronzer, I find. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're gonna go in with our little Hoola bronzer. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and just kind of use this to kind of just amp up our cheekbones. Alright guys, so I've been so into these Pixie highlighters. They are unreal. So I'm going to just take this peachy shade. This has literally been all I've been highlighting with. Just look how gorgeous and warm and peachy it is. It's honestly just majestic. So we're going to apply that all over the face. I don't think I'm going to use blush today. I think we're just going to kind of let the highlighter and bronzer kind of have a beautiful moment. And I kind of am going to like blend it down because I just want that really iridescent, beautiful look. Look at that iridescence. It's stunning. And all along the nose, Cupid's bow, and nose bridge. We're not going to be shy with the highlighter today. And then just for fun, let's take a little bit. Just kind of pop it under the brow bone. Yeah. Ooh, good choice. I love when I make a good choice. Just take a small blending brush, grab the shade Riff. So just that like warm brown, and I'm gonna really kind of blow this out. I love a good blown out under eye, and this is totally the time to do it. Gorgeous. Then let's take, I don't know if the shimmers will do so well on the lower lashes, so maybe we will just go in with that dark brown. Then maybe we'll mix in with the green just a little bit. We'll apply that with a flat shader brush. Well, that's pretty. Now we're getting kind of like a dark emerald green, but it's not so shimmery that like it doesn't have power, if you know what I mean. Like it's got a lot of dimension and depth to it. This is a really good mirror too. Like, and then just for fun, we'll just take only green just to kind of give it a nice little wash. And just apply that underneath. Alright, so we are nice and smoky. Then in the collection, there were also some eyeliners. So there's this gorgeous emerald green liner. So we're going to use that on our waterline as well. That looks so pretty. I forgot how good this formula of liner is. Like, I have a bunch of them and then I just like have them in my kit, but I haven't used them in a while now that I think about it. But that's so good. It like looks so green, so popping on the waterline. So now we're just gonna finish off with some lower lash mascara. Okay, this Hourglass mascara on the lower lashes gives me so much length. Wow. So to finish off the lips, we're going to go in with the Makeup Forever 602 lip liner. And then we're going to grab this lipstick, and this is in Comfort Matte. Alright, you guys know me. Purple is not my favorite lipstick color. So I want to neutralize this a little bit. So maybe let's take a little Velvet Teddy. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on top. So just going to warm it up. Which, yes, we're getting somewhere. Can work with this. And then let's put this peachy gloss on top. So this is the shade DIY from Pure. Yeah, I like that color a lot better. Alright, and then we'll just clean up the edges with a little bit of concealer and a little flat brush. Because I'm not neat or tidy, so I just have to fix it later. Alright, and to finish everything off, we're going to just take some of the ColourPop pressed powder and just kind of powder the center of the face. It's warm in here. I can feel the sweat. I feel the sweat. And that is our final look. Girl, you look hot. And there we have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. I had so much fun filming it. I'm like super into it. Again, it's different. I love, you know, changing it up. I never do a cut crease, so this is kind of really exciting. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!